Hello, beautiful, and welcome back to another video.
Each day, I'm letting God handle all things above. The things I can't change are the reason you love me. Listen, you can hear them calling my name.
Like every video, I am super excited about today's video because we are talking everything luxury, everything how to pour into yourself, everything about the daily habits. And a lot of these are very budget friendly. So I'm super excited for today's video. If you are new here, hi, my name is Jasmine. I create a lot of content on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, everything about self-care, how to glow up, how to become your best self. So if that sounds like your thing, especially in 2024, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. Go ahead, hit that like button if 2024 is going to be your best year yet. Also, y'all, don't forget to follow me on TikTok, on Instagram. You're gonna see a lot of content that you won't find here on YouTube, especially on my Instagram stories. I'm always dropping gems and links about my everyday life. That is an amazing way to see how I truly add luxury into my everyday life. So go ahead, follow me on there. We can chat in the DMs, and then on TikTok, you're gonna find an entire glow up playlist. I will link everything down in the description below. I also want to give a big shout out to Brooklinen for sponsoring this video. I am so excited to talk about them because I've used them for like 2 years. I repurchased them with my own money, and it is such an essential way I've been able to add a little luxury into my everyday life. Definitely stay tuned for that, and let's just get right into this video. So I don't know if you can relate or not, but ever since I was young, this is gonna sound very cliche, but I always felt like I wasn't meant to live a normal life. And maybe normal or maybe mundane life. I grew up in a small town, a small suburb outside of Chicago. And you know, I never wanted to be like rich and famous. I never wanted to be a celebrity, but I always saw myself living in abundance. I always saw myself living in luxury. I just felt like I always gave luxury. I always wanted more for myself. And I felt like a lot of who I grew up with, they were just fine with being content, fine with being mundane. And there's nothing wrong with being mundane or content or liking the way that you live. But you know, if you grew up in a small town, like you just feel like you're expanding outside of the box they're trying to put you in. And especially when I came down here to Atlanta, luxury was completely different than what I had grown up. My definition of luxury very, very early on was the cars, it was the clothes, it was the expensive shopping trips, it was the vacations and everything like that. You know, it was very, very materialistic. It didn't go anything past that. And I think for a long time, I associated luxury with almost kind of a negative connotation. It almost sounded like something that was so far off that I needed to work hard to really achieve. Not realizing that very early on, I could have just started to include little bits of luxury into my everyday life. And as I started to level up, as I started to glow up, as I started to pour into myself, luxury started to mean something very, very different to me. Luxury for me, this is my definition of it, started to mean convenience. It started to mean freeing up my time. It started to mean taking things slower. Luxury to me started to be weaved into my daily rituals, my morning routines, my night routines. Luxury to me started to become very, very synonymous with self-care. You know, it's very different than the cars and the clothes and the money and everything like that. And you know, those might give you, you know, temporary feelings of dopamine and happiness and everything like that. But nowadays, when I look at luxury, I consider myself a very luxurious person. I can wear Chanel earrings, I can wear YSL boots, but I feel like if you took all of that away, what I exude, and if you came into my home and the way that I speak is very luxurious. It means something completely different. And I associate it now with a happy feeling. Like, I love pouring into myself. Like, I love setting such a high standard equating to luxury for myself. Of course I deserve luxury. Of course I deserve a high standard of living. Of course I deserve the best. In 2023, once I had really been intentional on my glow up journey, my reinvention, I started to become very, very intentional about how to start romanticizing my life, how to start adding these little luxuries into my everyday life. I look back on 2023 and I'm so glad that I was super intentional about romanticizing my life and adding luxury into my life, because it allowed me to slow down. It allowed me to enjoy life. 2023 was very full for me, and I wanted want to carry some of the things that I picked up, some of the things that I went into 2023 knowing. I want to carry that into 2024. And most importantly, I want to share what those things are with you so that you can start adding a little bit of luxury into your everyday life. And a lot of these things are very budget friendly. You know, I didn't set out to make this budget friendly or anything like that. But when I was looking at my list, when I was writing everything down, I was just like, oh, everything like this is very achievable for everybody. So let's get right into the video. Let me know what you think. And most importantly, if you can please comment down below what luxury means to you. I love everybody's different definitions, so I want to hear all about it. The first thing, relating back to what I previously said, you need to find out what luxury means to you, what abundance means to you. Now, at different points in my life, luxury is going to mean differently. Right now, when I hear luxury, I think of convenience. I think of, you know, paying somebody to deep clean my house instead of deep cleaning myself. I think of hiring a TaskRabbit to build something instead of breaking one of my nails. I think in the middle of 2023, luxury meant a lot of my beauty maintenance routines. It meant my nails, it meant my hair, you know, it meant my skincare. I think at the beginning of 2023, luxury meant to me a lot of, you know, skincare and my body care rituals. So it changes, but you need to figure out what luxury means to you. And I say that because that is where you are going to direct not only your time, your money, your mind space. When you figure out what is luxury to you, what is abundance, you will stop wasting money on things that you think are going to bring you luxury. For instance, you might hate getting your nails done. It feels like such a task. It's such a draining part of your day. Maybe instead of investing so much money in going to the nail salon, directing your money to just some press-on nails, learning how to do it on your own. And maybe luxury to you is like you love your hair looking nice. You love the process of getting your hair done. You love switching up your styles. Taking some of that nail budget money and directing it to hair. Maybe your idea of luxury isn't even a beauty maintenance routine. Maybe your idea of luxury is like me, freeing up your time, freeing up your space. You know, it might look like investing in some organizational things to declutter your home. Or maybe, you know, I'm really just gonna invest in hiring a cleaning company to deep clean my space. You know, I'm really going to invest in things that free up my time. Maybe that's what luxury means to you. You really need to figure out what luxury means to you so you can direct your money in the right ways. The second thing I'm gonna mention, and I won't go too much into depth with this because A, I could create a whole other video on this, but B, I feel like people in this space, in the wellness and advice space, talk about it ad nauseum. You probably heard it 50 million times, but you need to honestly have an abundance mindset. You just have to. You have to literally walk in the room like God sent you, because he did. God literally created you. So how could you not have the highest form of standard for yourself? If you say things like, I can't afford that, or, you know, I can't afford this right now, or I'm too poor, or I'll never be able to afford this. Your words are affirmations, whether they are good or they're bad. Instead of saying, you know, I have to budget. I even hate that word, budget. I hate that word. But even saying things like that, or I'm too poor, just saying this doesn't serve me right now. Right now, this doesn't serve me. You know, do I need a brand new Gucci bag, or would I rather spend my money on an experience like a vacation? That doesn't serve me right now. You know, maybe you look at your bank account and you can't go out with your friends that weekend to a nice restaurant. This doesn't serve me right now. You know what serves me right now? Doing an at-home facial, putting on my body butters, putting on my favorite movie. That's what feels luxurious to me. That's where I'm directing my time and my energy. Having an abundant mindset and being like, the world is literally my oyster. Anything I say comes into reality. You need to have an abundance mindset when you're thinking about luxury, whatever your bank account looks like. One of the best things that I did in 2023, that I will continue to do this for the rest of my life, is doing affordable things in luxury places. Now, let me give you a few examples of these. I think the number one thing that comes to mind is doing my work in coffee shops in affluent neighborhoods, or, you know, really nice coffee shops. Here in Atlanta, we have like Bon Nosh would be an example of that. Whatever it is in your city or your small town, whatever it may be, maybe you go to the town over and it's a really wealthy neighborhood and they have a little coffee shop there. Doing your work there and just getting a little latte, getting a little coffee, getting a little tea or something and doing your work there, it's something about physically placing yourself in an abundant area, in an affluent area. When I started doing this, not only may you meet amazing people that might be able to give you connection and put you into different spaces, almost magical, like something about doing your work in a nice coffee shop or an affluent neighborhood and constantly reaffirming yourself, like, I belong here, like, I belong here. It not only visually and physically manifests for you, but it also just continues to motivate you to achieve that. When you place yourself physically in abundant spaces, it is truly life-changing. Another example of this is taking a walk in a luxe place. Maybe taking a walk in a park in an affluent neighborhood. I love Chastain Park. I even love Piedmont Park. Taking a walk is literally free at 99. And if you really want to get into it, you can definitely habit stack. You can listen to a podcast on glowing up, or you can listen to some frequencies or some affirmations. Walking through nature, taking that walk, not only are you getting that exercise, not only are you placing yourself in an abundant area, not only are you listening and learning something through podcasts or through music or whatever it may be, it is such a luxurious thing to take a walk in a beautiful place. It also allows you to slow down. Like I said, luxury to me is about slowing down, enjoying life, enjoying nature, grounding yourself. It is literally free 99, and it is such an amazing way to add a little luxury into your life. The third example I'm gonna give you of this is taking a day pass to a really nice luxury hotel, maybe a resort or something, enjoying their amenities for the day. I think there's something like Resort Pass. I've never used it before, but I've definitely bought day passes to luxurious hotels and resorts, and bringing my swimsuit and enjoying the cafe or the restaurant there, acting like I'm a hotel guest. Like, it is such an amazing form of self-care. You can even do it on your birthday or maybe once a quarter. It's definitely going to cost you some, but it's definitely not going to cost you as much as a night at the hotel or, staying at that resort. It is such an amazing way to, again, to physically place yourself in abundant areas. I would also implore you, when you are doing this, when you are doing affordable things in luxury places, to truly feel the energy of these luxury places. Don't just go in there and set your computer down and start typing away, head down or whatever. Take your time, notice your surroundings, maybe introduce yourself to someone, enjoy that coffee, enjoy that tea, enjoy the plants and the trees around you when you walk, enjoy that resort. Taking time and slowing down and enjoying life's little luxuries on a budget. Welcome to my bedroom. Side note, I moved apartments. I don't know if you noticed. Let me know if you want like an updated apartment tour, a new apartment tour, or something like that. But I wanted to come into my bedroom to talk about this piece of how to add a little luxury into your life. It's called investing in your space. I wanted to come into this room, specifically my bedroom, because for me, this is like my sanctuary, and it is such a little way to add some luxury into your life. This is where you're going to be doing those daily habits, those morning routines, those night routines, those self-care rituals. Biggest piece of advice when you are investing in your space, you're trying to add a little luxury to your life, pick a room in your apartment or your house that makes you feel abundant, makes you feel luxurious, or where you spend the most time. For me, it is my bedroom. I like to keep my bedroom very plain. I don't like a lot of clutter in it. As you can see, everything's all white, everything's all neutral. It makes me very happy when I come into here, and it's also like nice and warm and cozy, and I have like these smart light bulbs that change colors, and I can dim the lights, and I have like this great big window, and I can like see the trees, and it makes me feel very luxurious being in here. It's also where I do my morning routine. It's also where I do my night routine. There's so much that goes on in this room that adds into my daily life. So why would I not invest in my bedroom? Or, on the opposite side of it, the kitchen. I don't really care about my kitchen. I don't have like the best pots or the best knives or whatever, because I don't find joy there. Whereas like my best friend, she loves to cook. She loves to be in the kitchen. She loves to make new things. That's where she feels abundant. That's where she feels luxurious. She's gonna invest in that coffee maker. She's gonna invest in those knives. That's not for me. For me, I'm investing in my bedding. I'm investing in my bed frame. I'm getting some smart light bulbs. I'm investing in my alarm clock. I'm investing in, you know, the mood and the paintings in here. I invest in my bedroom. Like this video if you are the same. I actually get a lot of questions on where I get my bedding from because I'm always ranting and raving about how cozy and luxurious my sheets are and my bed in general, my little sanctuary. I get all of my bedding from Brooklinen, and I have been for about like 2 years now. What I have on my bed right now is the classic hardcore sheet bundle. It comes in a core sheet set, extra pillowcases, and a duvet cover. I really like how this gives me like hotel style of sheets and luxury. And if you're a hot sleeper, the classic set specifically will keep you cool all night long. I really just liked how high quality the sheets are from Brooklinen. It's just such a little way that I can add luxury into my everyday life. Like I said, everything from doing my gratitude journal in my bed, reading my book in my bed, drinking some hot tea, and especially during the winter, I wanted my room, my sanctuary, to be just really warm and cozy and inviting. I wanted to wrap up in my sheets and read a good book or watch a good Netflix show. And literally after sleeping one night in these Brooklinen sheets and the duvet cover, I was hooked. Just like can't go wrong with Brooklinen. Like they have over 100,000 5-star reviews, and not only like obviously they look great, but they feel great too. As you can see, my classic hardcore bundle set is in white. I'm pretty plain, but they have over 20 colors and patterns that you can mix and you can match to match your vibe. And you can just like make your home and your bedroom feel beautiful, which I feel like is the ultimate form of self-care. So you can get these sheets, the classic hardcore or the luxe hardcore bundle set on Brooklinen's website. Again, they have over 20 colors and patterns that you can mix and you can match. And the best part is, because this is a video about luxury, especially how to do it on a budget, I have a code for y'all, 15% off your order if you use the link in the description below. Trust me, investing in your sheets is such a little but also big way of adding a little luxury into your life. And you might as well save a little money with that discount along the way. Again, I'll have the link in the description so you can get your Brooklinen bundle. Thank you again, Brooklinen, for sponsoring this video. And I would love to see which colors or which patterns or which sets you end up getting. Also, when we talk about our space, I kind of mentioned this a little bit beforehand. I would highly, highly, highly recommend investing in some organizational tools for your apartment or for your home. I cannot tell you the mental space clutter takes up in my mind, but also physically. Getting some organizational tools from the Container Store, or Walmart, or Target, or Amazon, it can be from anywhere, and organizing your space. There's something about the practice of organizing your space that just feels a little luxurious. It feels like I'm taking care of my space. Also, when I see it visually, it just adds luxury, it adds organization. You know, in your everyday life, when we talk about freeing up your time, when we talk about convenience, when you organize your space, everything in your apartment, in your home has a place. It's less of, I'm just gonna throw this on the floor. No, this goes in this drawer. It's less of, oh, I'm just gonna put this right here. No, this goes on this counter. This is where I have it. You know, keeping your space nice and clean and decluttering it is a game changer. Also, again, I mentioned this beforehand, but one of the things that I really found luxurious to me, you know, growing up, we never had cleaning people. Never ever had clean people. It was clean it yourself. So, you know, in college, within my first couple of apartments, I was always just cleaning it on my own, you know. And there are some days where I truly enjoyed cleaning, you know, pouring into my space and cleaning. Now I'm at an age where I want to direct my money and I want to pay somebody. I just want to pay somebody. Like, I don't want to clean no more. I don't want to get down on my hands and knees. You know, I will definitely pick up after myself. And again, everything has a place because my place is organized. But you know, luxury to me right now is paying somebody. And especially a lot of these cleaning services have memberships that you can like do it for like cheaper if you just sign up for like their membership program. I've cycled through a couple of different cleaning services, cleaning people. I've been honestly never been disappointed. You can even get cleaning people to fold your laundry, which is the biggest thing in my apartment right now is having laundry pile up. I actually just like started going to like a laundry wash and fold because that's another convenience thing. I don't want to do my laundry anymore. So those are like little things that you can do for your space to add a little luxury into your life. I have a couple more pieces of advice that you can add specifically home-wise to add a little luxury into your life. I know a lot of people mention this, but it is so true. Buying fresh flowers for your home. I don't know if it's just the energy of the plants or flowers just feel really feminine, or just the simple fact that whenever I have fresh flowers, I don't want my space to be messy. It's also just the act of flower arranging. It is such a great hobby for people. It's such a high value hobby. Going to Trader Joe's, you know, it's not that expensive, and you know, getting just a very cheap glass vase and setting it on your counter. I promise you, when you have fresh flowers, you do not want to see a mess. You do not want to see a clutter. It just brightens your home. You can get really creative with it. Buying fresh flowers is such an amazing way to add a little luxury into your life. Also at home, I would really recommend getting some cute and aesthetic glassware and putting your normal drinks in it. It could be water with some ice and drinking it out of a nice wine glass, or one of those aesthetic glasses you see on TikTok. It could be a glass of wine, or it could be some juice. Something about doing your work, you know, if you work from home and drinking from a fancy glass, like just adds just that little like lift of just like luxury into your day. Last thing I will say about your space in your home is investing or just getting a matching set pajama at home. It will add such a luxurious feeling to your day. Not only do I sometimes just like literally I shower and I get right back into like a matching like set, it makes me feel like that girl. It makes me feel luxurious. You know, even if you can invest in some like feather pajamas or some silk pajamas, wearing it at home, drinking your cute little drinks out of your glassware, listening to some music, there's such affordable ways to just add a little luxury into your life. I have my own pajama wear line. I sold out of it, but I'm thinking about bringing it back. They're feather pajamas. I'm thinking about bringing it back just at a cheaper cost here on YouTube for y'all. So let me know if you want those pajamas. But I started a pajama wear line specifically because I wanted to feel luxurious at home. Y'all are gonna have to tell me which location you like best in my house. Location 1, 2, or this one, number 3. Let's get into the last couple ways that I like to add a little luxury into my life. Self-care rituals. Like I said in the beginning, nowadays I start to equate luxury to my self-care rituals. Whether that be my body care ritual, using my expensive body butters and oils and things like that, or whether that be my daily morning routine or my night routine. There are so many different ways you can add a little luxury into your life. I don't know what it is, but journaling every morning makes me feel like I'm in a movie. Another amazing way that I specifically do in my daily rituals and stuff is music, and specifically piano music, classical music, playing classical music while you're working, playing spa music while you're doing your body care ritual, playing, you know, smooth jazz while you wake up in the morning. Not only is it just calming and it just sets the mood, but I truly believe that the music that we play influences just our mood and our attitude. And whenever I play classical music, I feel luxurious. And especially if I'm playing it in my own home or my bedroom, you know, it's such an easy way to just add a little luxury into my life. If I wasn't able to get copyrighted, then you would see in my day-to-day life, as soon as I wake up in the morning and I tell Alexa I'm up, she automatically plays Piano Chill on Apple Music. That's like one of my favorite playlists like ever. Or she plays like lo-fi hip hop beats. You know, I always have music playing around in my apartment, but it's not necessarily like Drake or like Lil Baby. You know, I love getting litty to those, you know, those are fine or whatever, but my day-to-day life, when I want to feel luxurious, when I want to feel like that girl, when I want to uplift my mood, it's gonna be that calming, soothing, classical type of music, especially with my self-care rituals. I also wanna mention mocktails. I have been making mocktails and putting them in my nice glassware, and I started doing it towards the tail end of 2023. But I found that, you know, one way that I was trying to add luxury into my life was drinking a glass of wine out of my wine glass every night. But then I started to realize I was technically drinking every day, which I was like, girl, like you trying to be the healthy that girl, like she does not drink every day, you know? So I was like, okay, like let me start researching some mocktails, you know, that still like give me those same benefits of relaxing me. But then I really started to kind of see it as a hobby and started researching more mocktails, and I put magnesium in it and it relaxes me. Like there is nothing better than climbing into my bed with a mocktail and a good book in my comfortable sheets in my comfortable bed, winding down as my like nighttime self-care ritual. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. So I've loved, you know, adding little like garnishes and trying out different recipes, you know, having my little like bar cart, but making it mocktail, like with different like juices. And it's just such a little way I can add luxury into my everyday life. I would also recommend consuming luxurious content. Now, what do I mean by that? Do I mean, you know, going on Pinterest, following a whole bunch of influencers that are taking private jets and these expensive vacations? That's not necessarily what I mean. You know, I do think there is merit, and I found a lot of power in following Black women that were taking those vacations. When I did see them upgrade their apartment or upgrade their home or getting that new car, it made me feel motivated that I too could do that one day. You know, there's definitely merit in following like Black girl luxury. There's definitely merit in following like luxurious content and stuff like that. But what I mean by luxurious content, you know, still kind of going on what luxury kind of means to me, is listening to podcasts on how to glow up, listening to self-improvement podcasts, you know, even the music thing that I talked about, that's luxurious content to me. You know, watching YouTube videos on how to become a better me, anything that has to do with me leveling up or glowing up or reinventing myself is luxurious to me. It has to do with me and setting a high standard for myself. So I started to just consume a lot more just luxurious content, like content that not only motivates me from a materialistic standpoint, that puts me on, but also just helps me become a better me. It helps me continue to set a very high standard for myself. And you know, it wouldn't be me if we didn't talk about, you know, the physical part of adding a little luxury into your life. Let's start with wardrobe. I am a big proponent on the capsule wardrobe, slowly incorporating really high quality basics. Now, what I will say is this is not so much budget friendly, but at the same time, it is. When you spend a little bit more on a really nice high quality shirt that will last you a very long time, that won't get ruined in the wash, that literally conforms to your body and snatches you and makes you look good, and you can tell it's tailored, you can tell it's well designed, I promise you, that will go so much farther than a cheap, basic white t-shirt. It just will. Spending a little bit more money up front on some high quality basics to get like a high ROI, return on your investment that will last you a very long time. Spending a little bit more money on some classic good heels, you know, it's gonna cost you a little bit more up front, but you won't have to keep rebuying those heels. Those heels will last you a very, very long time. Those shirts, those dresses will last you a very long time. And it'll also just take a lot less mental clutter in your brain when you're getting ready for something and you just have that capsule wardrobe. You just have those classic pieces that you know how to put together. I'd also recommend with your clothes, just getting matching sets. Not only do a lot of, you know, these clothing brands bundle them so you can save some money, it's something about a matching set that is just luxurious to me. Whether it's an athleisure set or, you know, it's one of those like Zara pant sets or a short set. It is such an easy way to look luxurious, especially on the same table. When you have a matching set and some dainty jewelry, you look luxurious, and it's such a little way to add it. You know, you could get some dainty jewelry from Amazon, or you can invest in a little bit more high quality jewelry, you know, simple pieces that will elevate a look. There are very simple ways to just add a little luxury to your outfit, to your look. I gave this advice in one of my videos, but in terms of beauty and adding luxury to your beauty and how do I appear more, you know, luxurious, I would say focus in on one thing, beauty, physical wise, that you are not going to compromise on. You're not gonna compromise on it. For me personally, it's my hair. I feel like when my hair is put together, my mood is better. I feel like I look good. My outfits look better. Just everything in my life is a little bit more better and luxurious when my hair is okay. What does that mean for me? That means sometimes I'll go without lash extensions. Sometimes that means I'll go without my nails being done all the time. You know, I would rather spend more money on my bundles and my natural hair, in my stylist, than anything. So I would pick something, maybe it's really your nails. Like, you have beautiful fingers, you have beautiful hands, you know, you work a lot with your hands or something like that. And you just love looking down at your hands and it brings you peace. It might look like going to a nice luxury nail salon or getting some really good press-ons and really investing your time and learning how to do that and seeing that as a self-care ritual. You need to pick something physically that you're not gonna compromise on, and you are going to set a high standard for yourself in that way. I promise you, day to day, it's going to feel luxurious to you because you are already going to zero in on it anyway. You know, I constantly zero in on my hair. You know, it really affects my mood. So if I spend a little more time, if I spend a little bit more money on my hair, day to day, I feel luxurious. These are like miscellaneous ways that I've added a little luxury into my life. They're somewhat materialistic, but I thought I would add them in there because it might help. Splurging on a really nice perfume. It is something about when somebody not only compliments that you smell good or they say you look like you smell good, but it's just knowing that you have a really nice, luxurious perfume on. It adds to any outfit, it adds to any mood, it adds to any vibe. You know, I really focused in on my perfumes in 2023, and it was just such a little way that I hadn't thought of before that I love adding luxury to my life through perfumes. I also love investing in my candles or my diffusers in my home. You know, I should have talked about this in this space, but it's something just about a nice candle. You know, it sets the mood, it sets the tone, it makes me feel like I'm at the spa or I'm at a resort, or, you know, as soon as I put on a candle, for some reason I just feel self-care. I don't know why I equate candles with self-care and luxury. It's just such a good way to add luxury into your life. The last thing I'm going to recommend to you is renting luxury pieces. I know there's a whole bunch of different companies that do this, like Rent the Runway, you can rent bags, you can rent whatever. I have a really bad habit of getting invited to a nice dinner or a nice event or even date night or something and buying an outfit for that date night, for that event, and never wearing that outfit again. Another way I add like a little luxury into my life is I shop my closet. You know, I might buy something for one event and I'll just put it in the back of my closet. I will wear stuff to go grocery shopping. I'll wear stuff to go work in that coffee shop. You know, I have no problem wearing my luxurious, nice things every single day. It makes me feel like I'm getting good use out of it. Also just adding luxury into my everyday life. But on the other hand of it, when you use these renting services, you're saving so much money. And when you put that on, you feel like that girl. You truly feel like you added luxury into your life. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making this video for you so much, and I hope it was super helpful. I hope you walked away with some gems. Again, thank you so much, Brooklinen, for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to elevate your space, to upgrade your space, especially if your sanctuary and your daily rituals and your morning routines and your night routines mean a lot to you. Investing in your sheets, investing in your beddings is such an amazing way to add a little luxury into your life. Brooklinen is the perfect luxury sheet company to do that. And plus, I have a discount code for you, so you might as well just save a little bit of money. So I will have that link for you down in the description so you can save 15% off your first order. Again, don't forget to follow me on all my social media, my Instagram, my TikTok, for more glow up tips, more luxury tips, anything that involves you becoming your best self. That is what I am there for. I can't wait to meet you down in the comments, answer any questions you might have, learn what luxury means to you, and I will see you in the next video. All right, bye y'all.
Each day, I'm letting God handle all things above.